Recording in progress. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naranjaiva Narottamam Devin Saraswatin Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhaktin Bhavadir Naistiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for the morning Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 6, text number 27. 2-6-27. The canto name is The Cosmic Manifestation and the chapter name is Purusha Shukta Confirmed. Please repeat the sloka begin me. Gatayo Madayaschaiva Prayaschittam Samarpanam Purusha Vayavyar Yete Sambaraha Sambrata Maya. Word by word meaning. Gatayaha. Progress to the ultimate goal Vishnu. Matayaha. Worshipping the demigods. Cha. As also. Eva. Certainly. Prayachittam. Compensation. Samarpanam. Ultimate offering. Purusha. The personality of Godhead. Avayavaihi. From the parts of the body. Of the personality of Godhead. Yete. These. Sambaraha. The ingredients. Sambrataha. Were arranged. Maya. By me. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charna Vrinda A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation, please repeat behind me. Thus I had to arrange all these necessary ingredients and paraphernalia of sacrifice from the personal bodily parts of the personality of Godhead. By invocation of the demigods' names, the ultimate goal, Vishnu, was gradually attained. And thus, compensation and ultimate offering were complete. Purport. In this verse, special stress is given to the person of the Supreme God, Supreme Lord, and not to his impersonal Brahma Jyoti. As being the source of all supplies, Narayana, the Supreme Lord, is the goal of sacrificial results. And therefore, the Vedic hymns are ultimately meant for attaining this goal. Human life is thus made successful by pleasing Narayana, and getting entrance into the direct association of Narayana is the spiritual kingdom of Vaikuntha. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilidam Yana Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharani Nirvishesha Shunyavad Pashasha Deshatarani Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaurav Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So today's sloga, it is a ultimate sloga. This is very important sloga because Brahma, and this is a discussion again, a discussion between Brahma and Narada. And Brahmaji is confirming here that what are the creation in this world, material world, which are there in the Virat Rupa of the Supreme Lord, the nature, what is it? What we call as nature, everything is the purpose, the ultimate purpose is to make the human being to attain their goal. It is not for their enjoyment. That here it is clearly mentioned. Clearly, he is saying that in order to perform the sacrifice, the paraphernalia of sacrifice is personality of the personal body parts of the personality of Godhead, which is the Virat Rupa, which is this very nature. So, what we are thinking when we enter this material world, we are thinking that all these things are given for our enjoyment. That is what we are thinking. But in the Brahma's viewpoint, this is the ultimate. So, in order to reach the ultimate goal, all these things are arranged by the Lord Himself. So, this is what Brahma's version. So, Brahma, he is the original creator. He is the creator. He is the secondary creator, and he's doing all the creation. He himself is come. He is a bona fide creator. Actually, he is saying that all this creation is for to satisfy the Supreme Lord to reach the ultimate goal of life. But unfortunately, we are not able to understand that. So for example, we can see that if a person is in the mental hospital, if they are giving the treatment to the person, and the person may act in that way, which is not abnormally. Initially, he may act abnormally, and which is abnormal in the sense, which is the normal person won't do that he is to do. So we are calling them as a mental person. We are putting them in a mental asylum. So the mental asylum, they will give the treatment to that person. If they are giving the treatment through medicine or some meditation or some other activities, everything they will give to that person. And finally, what they will do, they will test that person. After some over a period of time, they will test whether this person's mental ability is coming to the normal or not. They will check. Again, if the person is doing the same activity or something, if any improvements are there or not, then they will increase the dose, and accordingly they will give. And finally, what will happen? The person cured from the mental disease, and he will understand that whatever he did, everything was foolish. Then he will come to the normal form. This is in the material world. It's a typical material world. The mentally affected people, they will get into the treatment in that way, psychologically affected persons. But in the viewpoint of demigods and in the viewpoints of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all of the creation in this material world, all of us are mentally affected people. We are psychologically affected because we are thinking that all the things are given to us for our enjoyment and bhog. So we want to enjoy, to gratify our senses. So we are doing all those nonsense activities over here and there. All those things we are doing, and we are exploiting the nature, because all the other living entities, at least they are doing some help to the nature, but only the human being exploiting the nature as at the core. So it is all the animals are getting exploited, all the plants are getting exploited, all the aquatics, all the nature, air, water, everything, even the five elements also getting exploited by the human being and destroyed by the human being. Why? Because the ultimate goal of life is not aware by the human being. That is the reason they are exploiting this material nature, very material nature. So from this verse, we can understand that Brahmaji is informing us that the entire nature, entire creation is for to prepare the sacrifices, the ingredients for the sacrifice. So what are the ingredients we require for the sacrifice? It is for that only this nature is created. So we have to utilize this for the that purpose only. So if we are utilizing that for our own purpose, then what is happening? Our goal is not reached. Again, suppose that this is the test for the mentally affected person in the mental hospital. If the test is failed, then what will happen? He will remain in the mental hospital only. He cannot come out from the mental hospital. The similar way, we will also remain in this Mrityu Loka. In the Bhuloka, we cannot go out of this material world. Because we are thinking that all this material creation is for our enjoyment. When we are thinking that all this given for the ultimate goal is to use this to attain the ultimate goal, whatever the ingredients given in this material world is for to reach the ultimate goal. If a person understands this, then he will get the path. How will get the path? So now, okay, now I am understanding that all the things are created for this for our to understand the Supreme Lord to reach the ultimate goal. That okay, now I understand by reading this verse, I can understand. So now, how can I attain that? And for that only Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita 10.10 sloka, Tesam satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvagam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. So here Krishna is saying that to those who are constantly devoted to serve me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. Like that. So, how can we get the understanding? It is by doing the service. So, who are doing the service to the Supreme Lord with love, that person, Lord will give the understanding. Now, because the knowledge is coming from the Lord. So he will give the understanding by which they can come to me. So we can attain the Supreme Lord by doing the devotional service with love. This is confirmed by Supreme Lord here in this. And also, there is no absolute truth in this material, nothing beyond the absolute truth. So to understand the absolute truth is a goal of our life. There should be a goal of our life. So here in 7.7 text, the Bhagavad Gita 7.7, Krishna is saying that Mattaha parataram nanyet kinchit asti dhananjaya mai sarvam idam protam sutre manigana iva. O conqueror of wealth, there is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread. So here also Krishna is confirming that there is no truth superior to me. There is nothing beyond to know about Krishna. Because everything, whatever we are seeing, we are trying to understand, all are the creations of Krishna. And understanding Krishna is the ultimate goal of our life. And understanding Krishna is the topmost. Nothing beyond there to understand in this material world or the spiritual world. So that's what Krishna is saying. So that we have to get into our chitta, in our mind and our heart. Always we need to contemplate this. Okay, I need my ultimate goal of life is to understand Krishna, nothing beyond that. That we have to always we should have the conviction, we have to accept that, we have to again and again to remember this, so that because currently because of our ego, because of our ahankara, we are not able to accept that because of our enjoying propensity. But when we are again and again reading this Bhagavad Gita, and through the Krishna's words and our Acharya's explanation, it will satisfy our senses and it will give us the understanding. And in Krishna, again, he is saying in 9.18, here also Krishna, here in this clearly is Krishna is mentioning that Gati means that is the goal. Gatir Bharta Brabho Sakshi Nivasaha Saranam Sukrut Prabhavaha Pralayaha Sthanam Nidanam Bijam Avyayam. So here also Krishna is saying that I am the goal. Krishna clearly mentioning Gatihi. I am the goal for everyone. I am the goal. I am the sustainer. the master, the witness, the abode, the refugee, and most dear friend. I am the creation and the annihilation, the basics of everything, the resting place and the eternal seed. So here Krishna is, who is Krishna? Is giving. So he is Krishna, is the Krishna himself is saying that I am the goal. So we need to understand, we need to again and contemplate this in our mind. Krishna himself is saying he is the goal. So we need to work towards that. That will satisfy the Lord and satisfy our soul also. So the ultimate goal of life is to reach Krishna. So there are so many, and today is the very auspicious day, Ekadasi, Utpanna Ekadasi, and also the our one of the previous Acharya, Krishnadasa Kaviraja Goswami, who wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita, whose his disappearance day here. So today is his disappearance day. He wrote Chaitanya Charita. He's a disciple of the Goswami, one of the Goswami, and he wrote this Chaitanya Charitamrita in his very elderly age. After at the age of 88 or something, he wrote this Chaitanya Charitamrita because he has that quality to wrote. He knows the pastime. He was very attached to the Goswamis, so he knows the pastimes of all the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he got from the other Chaitanya associates because he also was living during that time when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu born 1486, and here in this Krishnaja Kaviraja Goswami, he was there in 1496. He born. So this more or less in the same period, he was also there. So he knows about Mahaprabhu and his associates. So he connected with everybody and he collected all those details and he wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita. And he himself is saying that when he was old, he was not able to see. And I'm not able to see, I'm not able to hear anything. My body is so weak, but still I am writing this Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is a big wonder. He himself is saying in one of the poem he wrote, in that he was saying that still I'm not able to walk, I'm not able to see, I'm not able to hear anything, but I'm very weak. But still, I'm writing Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is a big wonder. That's what he's saying. He himself is saying. So that is the way of surrenderness of the pure devotees of the Lord. The pure devotees of the Lord, their goal of life is always it is Supreme Lord. Whatever it is coming in their way, they will reject it. So even though we can see this in our previous acharyas also. In Ramanujacharya, one of the pastime of Ramanujacharya, the Kuratalvar pastime. So one of the Chola king, he wanted to establish that Shiva is the supreme. Shivaism. Shiva is the supreme, like that he wanted to say. And he wanted to, so that's the reason he was torturing those Vaishnavas. So he heard that this Ramanujacharya, he is also spreading Vaishnavism everywhere. So he asked his soldiers to bring him to the palace, and he wanted to make him also tell that Shiva is the supreme. So this is ultimately heard by the disciples of Ramanujacharya, Kuratalvar. Then he asked Ramanujacharya, you go away from here. Now it is danger for you. You go away from here because you are required in this material world to establish the Vaishnavism. You go away from this place. Like that he told him. And he himself told, I am Ramanujacharya. He took the Ramanujacharya that Uttariya and he put on his body and he gone along with the soldiers to the palace. There, the king asked him to tell that Shiva is a supreme. If you accept that, then you will reward it. Otherwise, I will punish you. Then even he told that you yourself my servant. That's what he told. You are my servant, and we are all the servant of the Supreme Lord Krishna. There is no truth beyond him. I never accept whatever you are saying by your misconception. So that's what he accepted. Even though he is a threat to his life, he never accepted that the other demigods are as a supreme. So he said that the Supreme Lord is only one, who is Vishnu. I cannot accept others as a Supreme Lord. I won't say at all. So you yourself is servant of me, like that he told. Then what he did, he he removed his eyes. In that situation also, he was happy, and he didn't say, even the mood after removing his eyes also, he kind of, he is always in his position only. This is my way, but I never deviate from my conception that Krishna is a supreme. Vishnu is a supreme. Beyond nothing, nobody else is supreme. So that is the word. That is the way the acharyas also stubborn on their understanding. There is a strong understanding, because they won't they whatever scriptures are saying, they believe in 100% truth. They won't go with any, they won't afraid for their life also. Even we are seeing the life of Haridas Thakur. He is also like that. He was a Muslim, born Muslim, but because of the attraction of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the associates, what happened? He also chanted the holy name of the Lord. Now we are glorifying him as a Nama Acharya. In the Gaudiya Vaishnavism, we are calling him as a Nama Acharya, because he used to chant 192 rounds every day. Minimum 21 hours he used to chant every day. 20 to 21 hours every day. He used to chant the holy glory name of the Lord. That is his only activity. And this Muslim king, when during that time, when Muslim kings are heard about that, they took him, and they bet him the 21 marketplaces. All the marketplaces, they dragged him and they bet him. But what happened? He's also not changed his opinion that Krishna is the supreme. By chanting the holy name of the Lord is the ultimate goal of this life. So I am doing that. Whatever you torture me, I won't deviate from that. So even though so many torture he gone through, he never deviated from that. Finally, they threw him in the Ganges. They thought that he died. But what happened? He escaped from that, and again he established his position. He established that Krishna is a supreme. So this is the way the acharyas also lived in that. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, through his own hands, when at the time of death of this Hridas Thakura, through his own hands, he took him, the body of Hridas Thakura, and he roamed all over the Orissa, and he finally buried in the bank, the beach, the Orissa beach. He buried the Namacharya there. So that is the way the pure devotees of the Lord and the acharyas, they never deviate, even though whatever the problems it comes. And currently, in the current affair, it is happening in the Bangladesh also. The Bangladesh government dissolved a couple of months back, and again the interim government is there. They wanted to establish that is the Muslim country. So they were changing their laws, and that means it's going to affect the people who are other than the Muslims who are staying in Bangladesh. So they are going to put so many restrictions, because that is a Muslim country. They are going to establish that as a Muslim country. So in order to protest that, our ISKCON devotees, what they are protesting, and there are so many. They are going through a lot of threats. There are very many. They are actually the one of the college, in that Muslim college. They declared that each and every ISKCON person need to be caught. It means we need to catch, and we need to kill them, so that they won't propagate ISKCON in Bangladesh. So that's the thing, that up to that core, they spoke publicly. So even though that situation also, this Prabhu, he was going out of all this Bangladesh, he gathered the devotees, and he is protesting that whatever you are doing, this is wrong, because there are so many Hindus are living, and we are not doing any terrorism. They put a allegation as a terrorism on his name. We are not the terrorist. We are the Krishnaites. So he was strong on his decision. So they arrested him, and the advocate who is giving him who is taking he took this case. The advocate got killed in front in the publicly, they killed that advocate also. But still, our Prabhu, still he was on his stubborn on his thought, because he is thinking that whatever he is doing, it is we are not a terrorist. We are spreading the Krishna consciousness only, and you cannot change the law according to your own whimsically. Like that, he was saying, and he was very confident on his, and still he is in the they need to provide the bail also to him. And all the devotees in India, they are appealing to our government, please take some steps to save our devotees in Bangladesh. So our government also taking some steps to save the devotees. So this is the way, whatever the situation, whatever the thing, it is, even though there is a threat to their life, that our ultimate goal is, because what will happen at the finally, life will go, that's all. Anyway, one day life is going to, we are going to die. So let us die for a good cause. That is the goal of a pure devotees of the Lord. So that is the thing they are thinking. So and one of the another devotee was when he was in Mayapur, during that when the Mayapur temple was established, when he was doing the service in the temple, Raghava Swami, he is the Bhakti Raghava Swami, he is there, and the dacoits entered the temple to take away the money, all those things, and to destroy the temple. So what do you do in order to protect the deities? He went and pulled the deities in the temple, in the Hiskon temple. Then the dacoits, what happened? They shot on his one of the leg, and he lost his leg. Still, he is there. He is alive. Without leg, he is alive still. So that is the glorious. He is thinking that this is. We are thinking that, oh, this poor. The outsiders, what you will think, the poor fellow, he lost his leg, but just for the taking care of this deities. What is the use? Like that, outsiders will think. But the devotee point of view, or the pure devotee's point of view, our life is to serve the Supreme Lord. If we are not able to save even his deity, so what is the use of his life? That is the way he thought, and he protected deity. So he is also he is there, and his names also. What will happen? His name will be there in the entire ISKCON history, because we will speak about him always. In the coming generation, they will speak. This is like this. There is a devotee, even though his life threatened, they are ready to die for Krishna. So that is the way our devotees and the pure devotees lived, and who is living in the current material world also. The currently also people are living, and there are so many devotees in the other countries also. They are getting so many threats, and there are somebody in Russia also. There are so much threat in the initiative when the Krishna consciousness that's spreaded in Russia. That time also, the Russian government, they killed so many devotees, but nobody deviated from the path of bhakti. Still, more than 10 lakhs devotees are there in Russia. It is not that, okay, one devotee killed, so we should not do bhakti. Still, the people who are living in the bhakti, they become devotee. They are becoming devotee. Devotees are increasing day by day, day by day, day by day. In Ukraine, in Russia, and all the other countries, the devotees are getting increased. So that is the power of the understanding of the Supreme Lord, to accepting the scriptures as a what is scriptural saying. We have to accept as it is, and we should not deviate from the path just for our sake of to safeguard ourselves, to safeguard our money, or safeguard our life. So, of course, we have to safeguard our life, but not in the price of defaming the Supreme Lord. So, if somebody is defaming the Supreme Lord, we have to give the proper response. We have to give the proper understanding. If we are not able to give, leave the place. We should not hear also the defaming of the Supreme Lord. That is the one. If it is that is the quality of the pure devotees. Because Krishna himself is saying in Bhagavad Gita 8.5, Andakale cha mam eva smaran mukta kalevaram ya prayati sa madbhavam yati nasti atra samsayaga. So he is saying, Krishna is saying that whoever at the end of his life quit his body, remembering me alone, at once attain my nature. Of this, there is no doubt. So what we need to, the only thing we have to do is, at the time of death, we should be able to chant the holy name of the Lord. We should remember the Supreme Lord. So that is our ultimate goal of life. So why? Because at the time of when quitting this body, if you are able to chant the holy name of the Lord, if you are able to see the Lord, if you are be in the remembrance of the Supreme Lord, then we can attain the supreme abode. So that is our ultimate goal, because Krishna himself is saying in Bhagavad Gita. So all of our ultimate goal is to attain Supreme Lord Krishna. So whatever the activities we are doing, everything should be connected with Krishna, and everything should take us towards one step again to the ultimate goal. So that kind of activity we have to do. So that is the devotional service. So we can do the kirtan, we have to do the book distribution, we can preach to the people. So there are so many activities we can do through which we can spread the Krishna consciousness, and we also be in the Krishna consciousness in the always, so that we can, at the end of the life, we can think about Krishna, we can go away from this material world. So today's sloka, Brahmaji, he was explaining that this material world is created to reach the ultimate goal. All the other creation, it's for the ingredients for the sacrifice. Whatever sacrifice we are doing, it is ingredient for that. So that is we need to understand. By retaking the, yes, many people, they may not accept the Vishnu or Krishna is a supreme. So we say that this demigod is supreme, that demigod is supreme. So even though they are accepting some other demigods, there is no harm in that, because ultimately through the demigods they are worshipping the supreme lord, they are getting that. Because it is because of their swabha. Yes, Krishna himself is saying that not everyone can understand and follow the path of devotion. Because everyone have a different conception, a different understanding, different level of intelligence. So according to their intelligence, they will get into the path of bhakti. So at least we have to preach them that at least you should not do any harm to the other living entities, other nature. The nature is given to reach the ultimate goal of life. Hare Krishna. Randraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.